Honestly, I did not think this is what I would be doing in this game. It sounded far more serious than this.
I rolled off a cliff and...
Oh, I haven't introduced yet. So today we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch. I came across this the other day and it looked cozy and it looked fun. So, gonna give it a try. I'm quite excited for this one. Do I just click it? Yes. Oh, okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? Oh, okay, you don't run, you just zoom in on things. I can't say
I lived
I've...
here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh. Sad. That's we have a long way to go. That's a long walk. Oh. Oh my.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Doesn't tell you the controls. I'm just gonna have to fiddle with buttons. Can we appreciate this post box though? I'm gonna give a shout out to my bestie Sarah, who, if you're watching this, I feel like you will absolutely love this post box. And I'd love to make one for you. It's so cute.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, this is fun.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Oh god, which way do I go? Do I go down? No. Surely not. This ain't a horror game, but I don't want to go down.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, look. Love to see you. Oh. How sweet.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Ooh. Missing Milton Finch. Yeah, Milton Finch. Guessing that's my brother. Yeah. We'll go with that.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Beautiful house, though.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Let's just go in then. Let's see.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ugh, we have to go around the back, aren't we? There we go.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Well, I guess we have to find another door then, don't we? There's a ramp and there was a kind of stair chair. Oh, lovely. There's also a little cat flap. Does that mean anything? Oh, we're just going straight. Okay, we're just crawling right in.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was
Doggy
11.
door.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
We don't know how many like random things there are to just like interact with, or if you're kind of set on the storyline kind of pathway.
For the first time in years,
2010. Oh, names. Edie, Dawn, Lewis, Milton, and Edith.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Sad, isn't it? There's a few different things to
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
What happened to Molly? Let's go into the dining room.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
I'm so curious. I'm already curious why they had to leave. Okay, so Edie had the wheelchair, maybe.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, okay. Great-Grandma Edie.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Dawn Finch living room. Is Dawn my mum, maybe? Don't want to go downstairs yet. Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Who's Barbara? Is Barbara our mum? Is Barbara a sister? I don't know. I am gonna go... This door is slightly terrifying. Why is it covered in stuff?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, so then Milton went missing. This would be for Edie, Great-Grandma Edie. So many
After
books.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, so that's okay. That's slightly weird. Don't like that picture at the end, not gonna lie. Look in that one in a minute. Can I just look in all the peepholes? Molly. 1937 to
Molly always seemed like a girl I could
1947.
imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Bleak, okay. So Molly, 1937 to 1947. Who else we got? I'm gonna get confused with the names, guys, I'm honest.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is cool, though. Is this what my key does? Yes. 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Wait! Oh, there's so many things to explore. I'm not going in there yet. I have other rooms to peep into. I love this house, though, can I just say? Not with all of the books and stuff. But I do like this house. Right, who's this? Sven Hofstad Finch, 1915 to 1964, and then Edie to 2010.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Edie, sorry. Gregory, 1976
As a
to
kid, I just assumed
1977.
every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Wait. But this is just a bathroom. Why does it have Gregory with, like, 1 year? Unless it's just a... Was that gonna be his bedroom? Calvin, 1950 to
My
1961?
Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother. Calvin.
It's already pretty weird. Not gonna lie. Oh.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara! Oh, look at this dedication to Barbara on the door.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Sorry, what? Things are creaking in this house? Right, Barbara, 1944 to 1960.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
A bathtub or a coffin? I don't know whether to go into that little...
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Where's Edith's room? Is Edith downstairs? There's that sealed one.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Alright. So before we climb into that secret little passage, I'm gonna go
Mom
this way
always
if
told
I
me to
can.
stay out of the basement, so I wasn't
Is
too
the key to the
surprised when
basement?
key didn't
No.
fit.
Okay. So we've explored that. The only next place we can go is through the secret wall passage. In that fun painted room. Ooh, this is weird.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier
Oh!
gerbil cage.
That's cute.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 1947. Molly, 1937
I
to
got the sense
1947.
Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, don't eat the gerbil food. That's surely not.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I don't even want to eat. You could eat your fish. Oh no.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good. You shouldn't eat Christopher. He's a live goldfish.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh no, she did eat the gerbil food. Bathroom. Just have a drink.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no. That wouldn't be good. That would not be good.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I feel like my face this whole little bit has just been like disturbed confusion.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh no.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? What is happening? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna get
I tried
this
to be
cat.
quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Hello, Mom and Dad. Please look at me. I'm a cat. Where on earth is the bird? There. I'm gonna get you.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Where did he go? Oh, he's up on the
I
table.
could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I'ma get him.
I gobbled her up,
Oh boy.
and suddenly I was an owl.
Oh!
All I heard
Wait!
was wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, don't get the rabbit. Oh boy. Oh, I meant to be controlling? Rabbits.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger than a rabbit? Like a deer or something?
A mama rabbit.
A mama rabbit. I didn't think this game I would just be hunting like there being various animals.
But I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Sorry, what? Oh my god. What is happening? What is this game? I love this. This is just ridiculous and like, or okay. Honestly, I did not think this is what I would be doing in this game. It sounded far more serious than this.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh no, it's a little seal.
Fat, juicy seals.
Oh no.
I tore off her flipper. And
I
it
love a
tasted
seal.
Really good.
Don't eat seals.
I grabbed on tight. And I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I a slug? What am I now? Ew.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
I'm just a monster? Is that all I am?
I was big, but
boy.
I moved real quiet.
Oh my god. I wouldn't mind not being this thing. Can I open the
I
door?
wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Oh, that's so chunky.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
What am I now?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Place your bets. What we finding? Who is it? Cute. Are we back in my house?
I got closer and closer.
We are. Oh, we gonna eat Molly? But we are Molly.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait
Wild. That was quite the time. Alright. Ooh.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So we can see my tree. You got me, and my brother Milton, and my brother Lewis. Sanjay is a random leaf there. And then Dawn, my mother, Gus, my father. Or is Gregory my father? Or is Gregory Gus's brother? Dunno. Right. Whose room can we go into next? Can I become a cat? Oh, there's a cat out here! I saw it.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Ah.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh.
Lewis died a week before we
Lewis.
left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
I already love Edie. Edie's lovely.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ooh, hang on, this is that bathroom. Is there anything behind this other door then? No. Oh, this was just the one we looked through, okay.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
That's quite funny, actually.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Oh, is that why it's just a random
It
year
was a
then?
pretty big trace.
Also got some nice shag carpet. Beautiful. Ooh, okay, there's a diary. There's a secret in this bathroom. By Sven and Edie Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh. What is this place?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Whoa.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. He'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
I swear if we go flying off this thing.
We'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh no. I'm trying to fly, Mum.
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Are we doing it? Are we flying?
I told him going around was impossible.
I'ma do it. Oh Jesus.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
This is like actually feels too realistic. I don't like it.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Oh my god, I don't like this.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh, it's making me feel motion sick. This is bizarre.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Excuse the screenshots I took during that, if I can't cut them out.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I never did. Am I the only one that didn't want to go all the way round on a swing? Like, it never... No. Let me know down below if you did or not, because I can't be the only one that never had the fascination of doing that. Like, it doesn't appeal to me. No thank you. I don't want to do that.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh boy.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I want to go to the pumpkin though. Oh, okay. Now we're in Barbara's
Growing up,
room.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
I was still like a moldy old cookie here. Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh, it's Halloween.
Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I
God
try...
damn it, Rick.
Annual hoodlums and Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement
I
door?
hate Rick. I just hate
My
Rick.
dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Well, now we know that, don't we?
Later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I'm in the comic book. Oh, yes, it's Halloween time. Is Michael in here?
Imagine the worst.
Oh, yes. Let's go. Ew. Can I, like...
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out.
Damn straight, Barbara.
Something to remember him.
No one likes Rick.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up.
Let's go.
This is a trick. You're dead, Walter.
Yes! Come on, let's go.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh no. Barbara.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman,
Waiting for the scream.
and was speechless.
Oh.
He was quite smashing.
Go on, Barbara.
And he only was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Well, through this little hatch, surely.
That night, She played her part beautifully.
Where's Walter? Huh?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
You should be running, Barbara. You're walking too slowly. Go whack him again. Oh, he's gone. For God's sake.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Is that all she has to say?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Are we ready?
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh no.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
I want to try laughing like that all the time. I'm gonna spend a day at work laughing like that little guy.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I'm gonna leave part 1 there. I like this a lot. This is great fun. I loved that comic bit just now. That's been my favourite bit. Yeah, so I hope you're enjoying it. Give it a like if you are, and subscribe for the next one, and I will see you soon. Bye!